Hello internet, welcome to real life. It don't get no more real than this. Woo! I was just meeting here with Dan. This is his motorcycle, and he's going to be in another video with me showing this bike and another one. But long story short, I'm borrowing this. I'll talk about when I'm out there. Thank you again, dude. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right, I'll try my very best to, if I crash it, not crash it while I'm leaving while you can see it.
Sounds good.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Take it out of the driveway.
That's the goal. Okay. Woo, okay. Wow, it's so long. It's so long. Clutch immediate or halfway? Where's the clutch engage?
It's about halfway.
Okay. Glad I asked, because I always get that wrong. My bike is so different. Woo! All right, bye, dude. Woo, buddy. Woo! Oh, the new squeak. Woo! Woohoo! Alrighty, my mamma jammas. I gotta pull over, take my shades off. Can't see tits or ass right now. They're fogging up and I can't see. But you know what? While we're sitting here in the intersection, come on here. Look how close that is. Can you see that? It's like immediately next to the shifter. So that's pretty hard to find. Oh, duh! That's what that's for. Come on. Come on. Alright. That's my mistake. Anyway, leave it here for just a moment. I'm going to leave it flat so you can see. Oh my goodness, man. Look at me flying over this brand new freaking V4S. So yeah, while I'm taking my glasses off and trying to put them in my backpack here, because I have a lot of stuff in here. I'll talk about it briefly, but I do want to get going. I just got to get my shades off. This is his brand new V4S. It's got like 125 miles on it, and he is letting me borrow it because in my last Finally Friday I was complaining about how I don't have a motorcycle, both of mine are in the shop, isn't my life so bad? And then he's like, hey man, you know what, I know your life is really hard, but God has sent me for one purpose, and that's to cater to your every whiny whim. So Dan said, I have two motorcycles. I have the BMW, as you know, and I got a new, check it, V4S. I was like, I want the V4S. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my goodness. All right, so here's the thing. He has this bike pretty new, has some miles on it. He gave me a bike to use, to borrow, while my bike's in the shop, you know, which is just crazy cool. That's already miraculously wonderful and nice in and of itself, but check it out. The bike that he is letting me borrow happens to be the bike that I am most interested in, sort of maybe a Yamaha Tenere 700. The V4, I think, is the best looking stock motorcycle you can get today. The V4S is the naked version, and I'm all about being naked with the motorcycles and other things. So this bike is just right up there with the coolest things ever. I have never touched a Ducati V4. I have never seen a V4S in person. So check it out. One shows up and I get to touch it and ride it. It's basically brand new. It's really long compared to mine, but not uncomfortable. He was telling me the seat is really nice, and you know, it's not bad. I am going to do him a huge favor and ride the bike for him because he can't ride two at once. He wants this bike broken in because new bikes can be broken in. He wants to do some mods like tune work and exhaust work, and that's good news for me. It means a new motorcycle. Bad news means I'm gonna drive like a good little piggy. I'm gonna drive nice and smooth, and I'm gonna look pretty. That's what the joke I was making. I'm gonna look real pretty because I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm literally just gonna be cruising in and around town, lots of acceleration, deceleration, and if I can, I want to use a bit more of that rev range. Man, the tachometer says 6 and it says it goes up to red at 15. Based on the sound, I would think the bike needs to be shifted, but based on the tach, I'm wrong. I'm shifting way too early. I mean, I need to drive gentle and all, but... Okay, I'll shift down and see what it sounds like. Oh, that sounds like a motorcycle. So here's my plan. I'm going to ride it this week, break it in this week. If everything works out, I'll get one of my bikes back in a week and we'll be good. If not, he frickin', because his generosity apparently knows no end, said, hey man, when you break it, you can come back and you could take the BMW. So I mean, that's possible, but regardless, how many people do you know, like Dan, who goes, hey man, I have a V4S brand new. I know you've never touched one, but come take it. Man, it's only halfway up the rev range. What is this thing, 210 horsepower stock? My Super Duke, it's 165, which is tiny peanuts compared to this. Dan had Ninja H2, the red one. I hopped on that the other day in a Moto Monday. Shy of that one, this is the most powerful bike I've been on, hands down. Or rather, hands-on. Let's keep the hands on these handle grips. I have ridden a Ducati. It was an 899 Pringle years ago, but the things I remember from that bike were it was really hot. Ooh, how the brakes. Ooh, soft and firm at the same time. That's what I like. This bike is never going to be this clean again. It's that new bike guilt that I've gotten with every new vehicle I've ever had, new motorcycles especially. It's so pretty. It's never going to be this clean again. Oh, I have to take care of it, make sure it never gets dirty. Well, dude, things get dirty and you want to use the bike and you want to live. So, I mean, you know, I say appreciate it while it lasts, enjoy the cleanness. But in this case, it's not mine. And I would, if I were him, I would like it back clean. I told him, dude, there's no way this bike is going to come back this clean. And he's, you know, like, don't worry about it, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's not fine, this bike is so clean. Anyway, it's so clean. Ooh, I love hearing those freaking cylinders come on. Does it have quick shifting? It does have quick shifting. Oh, I'm trying to be gentle here. I'm trying to be gentle, but I'm also trying to just get a little feel here. I don't want this video to be a review. That's not what this is. This is just my first impressions. I might talk about it in a few days when I ride it back to this place. That might make more sense after I've been on it for a few hundred miles. But I'm guffawing right now. Woo! The seat is long. I have this weird feeling, because it's like a new red bike. I feel almost the same way I did when I bought my Zixer. That was a shiny red motorcycle, and I felt like $1 million on it. I was like, oh, this feels like $1 million right now. I feel super pretty. Like, everybody look at my nice new bike. Man, that seat, I'm naturally sitting up against the tank, but there's still like a whole half seat behind me like that. I could get way further back. When I tucked down just a minute ago, I was like, I can't even pick my head up all the way. When I get down, this is as high up as I can pick my head. That's partly due to the fact that I have a backpack behind me and I can't move my head, but you can lay so flat on the Duke. You're kind of like at a 15-degree angle with your torso, but this is like, you can get, this is as far down as I can tuck on my Duke. On this bike, you can go all the way down here. It's crazy. That's what I meant by it's so long. It feels so narrow and long. Okay, we could sit here like a good little piggy, or we can be a rowdy piggy and get out of here. Nice and slow. Ain't no thing. Driving nice and slow. I mean, it's smooth like I would hope for, compared to like my Duke, which is a twin. This is a 4-cylinder, so it's linearly a lot better. But you still got little kicks. I don't want to rev it that way. You know, I don't want to pop it and stuff. With this new, I need to break it in, but it's the suspension's not bad either. I was expecting more stiff, and it is stiff, but it's not like fighting me when I hit a bump. Bumps are so far like bump, but not bump, because my Duke is just bump. It's weird to think about, because again in my brain it was throwing me back to when I got the Zixer for the first time, and that was a big deal. That was the first time I've ever been on a bike that powerful. I felt a little weird in that turn. I noticed that. Not bad, just different. Keep paying attention to that. Oh my gosh, look at that reflection. Man, this thing stops so much better than mine. My bike, I know I didn't stop, but it brakes so much better very quickly. I have 2 front rotors on it. They were both warped. I knew they were. I had one replaced and it helped a lot, but one of them is still a little warped and I can feel it whenever I brake, and it's annoying. This bike has perfect rotors, so it's just like, watch how smooth you can stop. You can actually balance this thing for like a moment before you put it down. My bike, it's kind of tough. Brr, brr, witness me! Oh, it's so crazy. Put in neutral, it just chills out. It's so quiet. You can't even tell it's a Ducati. Aha, I knew I was getting tied up for a reason. Ducati has the word Duke in it. How did I not notice that? Screw it, let's hit this bump. Let's do it. Oh, that was nothing. I could feel the wheel in the front drop out. Oh man, hell yeah. Second gear, 70 miles an hour allegedly, and I was only halfway up on the RPMs. That shift was wrong. It's my fault. Haven't gotten used to this yet. My Duke engages right there. This engages way out here. So I'll adjust to the clutch engagement and the lean angle, and then I'll ride it like a pro. All right, what I want to do is allegedly get some more steam!
More steam!
Just a little bit of steam. You know what? Shoot. I have to get on the highway. Okay, before this video is over, I'll get on the highway, get a first impression there. Even though I know the sound there is awful. These gloves are so thick. I got my thermal gloves on underneath. I love that. And that was me being gentle. This bike can do so much more. Let's get this next one right. No, I'm not getting those yet. They sound okay, but not right. Not right. Nothing quite so satisfying for you and the on listeners when you get a sexy rev match and it's just nice, but I don't got it. Maybe one day. Okay, where the heck is the highway? Oh, this helmet freaking rules, dude. Woo! I'm so happy to have a helmet that's good and works. Freaking this pin lock, I can just talk in my helmet. I don't have to habitually aim my upper lip downward to blow the air away from the visor. I have these habits of combating fog, but I can just talk and say like my visor on. It's so nice. Here's something that's kind of relevant that I kind of wanted to mention. So I know my helmet audio sucks. I had a really rather, I think, good idea for how to make it good. And I've confirmed more or less with Chase on Two Wheels that that idea I had is very possible because he does the exact same thing. I wanted to buy a field recorder, specifically a Zoom F2, strap that on the helmet and use that for audio. It turns out that's exactly what he does. His audio is freaking fantastic. All of his production quality is fantastic. So the next time I get money saved up, I think I'll use the Patreon money for that. Next time I have it saved up, hopefully it won't be too long, hopefully by spring, I'll buy a freaking Zoom F2, wire that up into this helmet, and man, maybe we could have some good looking and sounding motovlogs, because the first bit I did with that was the Patreon money was the camera, which I love this camera. Thank you so much for that. And then the next thing, like maybe just make it sound good, and then maybe with a good video and audio, you could bear to watch my videos. That's what I'm going to do next. I'm just complaining about audio. But the moral of the story is, me complaining on the internet has benefited me all the time. Last week I was complaining, oh, my obstacle to ride, and then this pops into my lap for fun. I need to stop being rewarded for my bad behavior. Me complaining online usually ends up turning into something good. All right, I'm just going to cut to when I get to the highway, because that's all you want to see, and that's all I want to see. Is now a good times. Just cruising along. Man, the aerodynamics are really good. Wow, I'm really surprised. This is crazy. Wow. My helmet was rock steady. That's crazy. The aerodynamics must be very good. Oh, man, that makes you want to go fast, huh? Well, I wasn't very fast, but I'm not going to go very fast because, you know, the bike is too special. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is pretty neato. You might see more of this bike. We'll see. Who knows, man? I appreciate you all. I hope you're all doing well and being good. And I'll see you later. Bye.